still continued. The red team still continued to push on, and after the Vlad was able to throw everything he had, he was chunked down really low, and they didn't have much of a team after that. So the blue side was able to collapse around them, and a well-played Cyan ult just tore the team apart. And well, the Kassadin was able to clean up because the red side really underplayed the blue side's ability to collapse around them. Because when the Vlad got in, he was unimpactful, and
yeah, that's true.
That was
it's also
really
interesting to note, like, the items that Vladimir bought, because
yeah, he's building
I
fast.
honestly think, I honestly think he would have done a better, like, contribution to the team fight if he started with something like a Hextech Revolver, Sorcerer's Boots, to get some damage in, and some sustain as well.
That's true, but a really greedy play from the red side. We can see the Gragas body slam flashness again.
So Janna roaming now as support. Sion taking the ult
down
to mid.
And it's gonna miss.
It's fine though, because this opens up a siege at mid, and blue side's comp is a lot better in the siege as opposed to the red side, because they have the Jinx for the Janna and the Sion for the wave clear.
Vladimir obviously not responding to bot, trying to take tower top. Sion goes back in response. So we have 4 on 3 on mid, I think. 4 on 4 at mid. Lee Sin is at the red.
Lee Sin waiting for an insect opportunity.
And if there was one, it would be now. That's a good.
The problem here though is that they picked back the Fizz, who's the most mobile on the team.
Would have been nice if they got the Lucian instead.
But
yeah,
but to be honest, that was a very good play attempt. And all things
it was very good play attempt.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It makes sure that the Fizz is not healthy enough for this next few engages though.
Okay, so Kassadin gets quote unquote caught out, but teleports to safety.
It's a Kassadin.
Yeah, you can hardly catch Kassadin. Sion at top when Vlad just left him behind. He gets high advantage at that. It's 100 to 105 CS, but Sion has that 1 kill, 3 assist advantage.
Lee Sin's going for a blue steal.
Fine.
Yeah, that just leaves the tower open, but Jinx takes a lot of shots that she didn't need to take because of the Bronze shield.
Kassadin bursting a ton of HP.
Oh,
Lee Sin throws, manages to steal the blue.
I guess it's mana hungry.
And Kassadin.
Yeah, I guess that's no mana. That was a really greedy play.
That was a good
Really nice
rotation by
response by
Kassadin.
Kassadin.
That was a good play. That was a good play. Lee Sin saw that the Gragas didn't have mana, so he went in and stole blue.
This opens up Dragon, but Lee Sin would rather back right now.
Both junglers
This
are
actually
low,
opens
so-
up mid lane because right now no one can defend mid lane.
Lucian's at
While
bot and
there was a skirmish at bot.
They could have went for Dragon now.
No, but it's better to just take the tower so it opens up more of the mid lane.
It
Like-
would have been a bit risky too, since I'm pretty sure both characters,
Because
both
right
the top
now-
laners have their teleport. So.
I also remember
Just
something
now.
said by TSM. Towers don't regenerate. Towers don't come back. Dragon does. So I don't know if that still holds true for now. But prioritizing towers is still pretty good. No, I mean like
There's a zero dodge.
the entire concept is Dragon now is different from Dragon 10.
They're all pinned in for Dragon 10.
Oh,
A great Rom ulti hitting up 2 members.
Janna with a good disengage.
Jinx is going down. Jinx is down.
Jinx goes down.
Really messy clash.
A really messy clash. But I think it's going
The
for
Janna
Syndicate
versus
favor
Dragon.
right now.
Lucian with the cleanup. Focus the Kassadin. This is the game. Oh, that play.
Braum has no more mana.
But the Braum still used his passive quite effectively, hitting the Kassadin so that the Lucian can get his procs.
Just put.
Jinx rocket
Would have gone
incoming.
that would have gone so much better for Syndicate if Lucian arrived earlier. But it would have gone so much worse if they didn't take down Jinx so early.
It's
Like,
also good thinking on their part not to burst down Sion so fast, because with the way he's built right now, if his passive activated like after dying, he would have done so much more in the team fight.
Their target selection was perfect that game. They took down Jinx, then they took down Janna and Lee Sin, then finally Cassidy.
The important thing to note though was the distribution of the kills on the blue side team. All of the kills are on the carries, and the Castellan is just getting a lot bigger. He has the Roa stacking up, and the needlessly large rod that's gonna turn into Zonias, or most likely Zonias, so that he has a counter strategy against the Fizz. But what happened in the clash was Vladimir was in the middle of the entire enemy team. They were all pinned in the dragon, and I think the entire blue team should have just splashed out instead of forcing a clash in a poor position, because the Vladimir was able to just use his Tides of Blood and deal so much AoE damage.
Another thing to note is that Vladimir pulled the Janna ult. So they were standing on top of the Vladimir pool the entire time Janna ulted.
So right now, the blue team is trying to collapse on top lane to get the tower, and we have a pause.
So, any shoutouts?
Let me just fix something about the audio. You'll experience a temporary loss of audio right now. I apologize for the streamers. For the people looking at the stream right now, we'll get back to you shortly.
Shoutout from Luxan Antos from Spain. Oh, we have
Saying
Spanish.
hello to everyone from Spain.
So we now have a skirmish at top.
They're fighting for.
Oh wow, that was server lag.
Yeah, that was server lag right there. The stream captured it so bad. Okay.
Shout out to Ariane Lim for keeping the Garena servers nice and clean.
Thank you, Aryan Lim.
GG Metanoia.
GG
Fad.
Metanoia Fad. Thanks for helping us with
Fad.
Garena. So right now they knew that nothing was going to happen at top lane because it was a game of chicken, and I think both teams didn't really. Oh, actually, the Lee Sin takes the Fizz back into the Jinx.
Ow! Then that's it.
That was actually really bad. At top lane though, they're gonna pick off the Vlad, but at the same time it leaves mid open for a siege.
That was a pretty questionable Lee Sin ult, I think.
Yeah, it was actually quite bad.
A questionable rotational play also.
If they play this right, they can probably get the mid tower.
Yeah,
There's
because
not
blue
enough
side
minions.
not being able to collect out because they were too busy with the mission on top.
True. Braum doesn't have any mana though, so in terms of supporting, he's pretty much not gonna be there anymore. But they're backing off, so it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, so the Lee
So-
Sin kicked the Fizz to the Jinx, which made the Fizz not have to burn his E on cap closing, or his the matter. So he was in the perfect position to just chunk the Jinx down. And with a needlessly large rod on his skit, I think it'll be a lot easier. Because it was just the Lee Sin and the Jinx in the mid lane. There was no Janna or nobody else on their team who would have stopped that from happening. I think the kick would have been better for disengage rather than the Lee Sin trying to make a play for the Fizz, because honestly speaking, that's a Fizz. He's super mobile and he has the ability to dodge skill shots and the chompers. So I don't know what the Lee Sin is doing there.
They would have increased their chances if Sin kicked his to the side and not directly
Yeah,
on top
that's
of Jing.
true.
I have to be honest, looking at the map right now, I only see 4 wards from Syndicate, which is pretty brand new to me.
Because they haven't been winning big clashes. Okay, an ulti thrown
Fairness
out
sa
by the
Clash
Braum.
of Dagger. Lee Sin takes a lot of damage. And so does Fizz.
So we have Dragon up right now, and we see a fight for Dragon. Scrying Orb reveals 3 people. Both teams ward opposite sides of the
Going
Dragon.
down. Science gonna get to this fight first for Vlad. And it is
Wow, an amazing 3-man ulti by the Scion, but the Vlad flanked him from behind. A Vlad throws out his blood pool. Oh wow. But
wow.
Vlad's not tanky enough for him to be in the middle of the enemy team.
I think the MVP for that fight would have to be Scion. He was able to zone out 3 people so bad.
all those outplays.
Yeah, that was a great ulti from the Janna to prevent the Fizz from re-engaging on the Kassadin, which I think would have been a kill, but the ulti pushed him against the wall enough time and gave enough time for the team to go for them. Oh, a steal from the Gragas. This is really good.
Steal by Gragas.
But I think the Gragas will pay for it with his life because right now he's just out.
One thing to note for that fight, the moment that Vlad teleported on the ward, Jinx immediately put their champers down. And the moment that Vlad got there, as immediately stunned and he pulled immediately. To stop.
Actually, all the viewers will be able to get a good image of this since directed camera was quite spectacular. The Jinx survived through everything, including the
So
Vlad
did the
ult.
Kassadin.
Like the Vlad ult was on her, and Vlad got his entire combo if I'm not mistaken. And like final tick, she was still left with a good 100 HP. She stayed in the fight. Vlad though ate the entire Jinx ult, so that was pretty good stuff. Prevented possibly a good amount of damage at directed towards the Sion area.
Okay, I think this is the issue with the itemization on the Vlad. Because right now you can see him building into a Zonius, I think. So into a Rabanaut, I think, and that's what happened in the clash.
at the same time.
Yeah, that is true. Okay, we have the Gragas going in for a stun, but that's a Sion with the Warmogs.
And that's a Gragas ult.
Majority of the
And
damage is
Sion
actually
out.
coming from Gragas with the W. It's based on their maximum health, right?
Yeah, it's a 12% at first rank, it's 12%, but I'm pretty sure it goes up to 14 or 16% per level. So right now the Lee Sin is pushing mid, while the red side is trying to siege the top lane. The only problem here is Jinx has too much wave clear, and the Janna has a disengage to prevent anything from happening. So this relies on the Fizz to get a good engage, but they're just backing out, because they know that they can't win this. Like, mid is getting pushed, and all they can get is the first tower up top, which should have gone down later. But Fizz gets an ulti on the Jinx, which actually chucks him down really well, and he's just assassinated.
Wait,
The Sion's trying really hard to zone out the Vlad, but that's not the target you want, because Vlad can out-sustain you.
Shout
That was
out
a
to
really
everyone.
messy clash by the blue side. What they were trying to do...
The biggest reason why they won was because Janna was late in the clash. She couldn't feel for Jinx.
Yeah. Janna kind of was not able to feel for the Jinx, hence the Fizz just blew her up. So what happened there, I think, was blue side was trying to interrupt recalls so that the Lee Sin can open up mid. But that just led to a bad clash because they won the previous clash from the Sion zoning out the carries. But if there's nothing stopping their carries from collapsing on yours, then that's just a terrible clash for you guys.
That's true.
Also, it's worth noting that in the previous clash, the Vladimir was on the carries, and the Vladimir has no defensive items right now. He's relying on his ability to burst. But against the 4-man team that you're trying to zone out, that's not going to work out. But in that clash, the Vladimir and the Sion were dueling, and of course the Vladimir can out-sustain the Sion, because the Sion doesn't have any damage on himself right now, other than his base damages and his shield, which should provide him sustain.
Also, one thing to note is that Sion has surprisingly no magic resistance yet.
That is
So-
true, actually.